Last week we talked about Halo and what made it such a good game, but this week I have something a bit different for you. Billionaires. Billionaires are the class of people whose assets are worth more than $1 billion, and given that 67% of this group is self-made, they're by and large a highly motivated bunch. Now, while there are many ways these people made their fortunes, one thing is for certain. You're about as likely to see Jeff Bezos roaming the street as you are to see Master Chief. So with that in mind, if video games came to life and billionaires became their characters, here's the who'd be who of the most influential 5. Looking at YouTube's analytic page, you can see that we gained 8 subscribers in the last 28 days. Now I took that and I plotted it in Excel, which you can see right here. That translates to roughly 18%. Now, what's interesting is not that we end up with 2,000 subscribers at the end of February. No, it's when you expand this number out. Yes, we are on track to surpass Earth's population in a mere 14 years. I think that's a pretty terrific growth rate. I don't know about you, but congratulations on being the founding 53. You will one day rule the world. Okay, so back to the video. In last place, we have Donald Trump, the current president of the United States, who I'm going to pair with Ross from Friends, because in the same way that Ross isn't a video game character, Donald Trump isn't a billionaire. Starting off our real list, we have Kylie Jenner, the famous influencer, part of the Kardashian and Jenner family, and owner of Kylie Cosmetics. She's the youngest billionaire at 21 years old, but also one of the newest, joining the list after her company began selling their makeup in Ulta beauty stores. Because of this, I would say she's a perfect fit with the left pong paddle, because they're both basic, white, and neither of them are self-made. Coming in at number 4, we have Elon Musk, the legendary visionary creator of Tesla, SpaceX, The Boring Company, and PayPal. He's made electric cars mainstream, lowered the cost of rocket launches by orders of magnitude, but perhaps most notably, he hosted Meme Review once. I love Elon Musk. That's not related, but I did just want to say it. Now, given that Elon has worked his way up in life from a foreign land, done things routinely that nobody thought possible, and seems to have no limit to the amount of information that he can learn, I think it's pretty obvious that he's the Dovahkiin from Skyrim. Just think about it. They're both highly beloved, they're both aiming to save the world, hopefully, and they can both make things that nobody else can make. He might want to invest more skill points in speech, though.
People say that, well, you want to be able to...
Coming in at number 3, we have Mark Zuckerberg, aka the Zuck. We all know who he is, so I'll spare you the details, but I think it's pretty obvious that he'd be GLaDOS from Portal, because they're both robots. Oh yeah, overused joke! When you look closely at this matchup though, there is some compelling evidence to support it. GLaDOS knows everything about you, so does Mark. GLaDOS doesn't want you to escape, so does Mark. GLaDOS doesn't sell your data, so does... Oh, wait! Even Facebook and GLaDOS are similar, in that they both like testing users, and that no matter how hard we try, neither of them ever seems to die. In second place is the man, the myth, the legend, Bill Gates. He's known for founding Microsoft, which at its peak in 1999 was worth more than the GDP of all of these countries. As a result, Bill is worth an estimated $96.5 billion, and has been the richest man in the world for 12 of the last 18 years. He'd actually still be the richest too had he not donated so much of his money to his charity. Bill's aim is to give away everything that he has by the time he dies, leaving only $10 million each to each of his kids. That's definitely a lot, sure, but when you look at it as a percentage of his net worth, it's certainly a respectable move. And because Bill's a pretty good guy, and I don't think he gets the recognition he deserves, I think it's pretty clear he should be Minecraft Steve. Think about it. They both started from nothing, and now they're at the top. They both like to build big houses, and they both like to help out villagers. Sometimes. On top of that, Bill made software, Steve is software. Steve can jump a chair, so can Bill. The only difference is, Steve isn't giving away his loot. Finally, at an estimated $131 billion, or enough to make a line of $100 bills longer than the circumference of the earth, and still be the richest man in the world, we have Jeff Bezos. As we all know, Jeff made his fortune on Amazon.com, the online retailer that has seemingly dominated any industry it touches and has caused many brick and mortar stores to suffer large losses. Given Jeff is very highly motivated and has managed to build an empire around him, I think he'd be a perfect pair with Andrew Ryan from BioShock. Just think about this. In the same way that Andrew Ryan is intimidating, Jeff Bezos could buy the Louisiana Purchase 170 times. And in the same way that Andrew Ryan's creation strays further from God's light every day, sometimes I get my Prime packages in more than 2 days. I bet Jeff wouldn't mind being called Big Daddy either. So that caps off the, oh wait, no it doesn't, because there's one final person that you might not have known who's actually richer than anybody else on this list. And his name, Vladimir Putin. Though it's not talked about often, estimates have placed Vladimir Putin's wealth at $200 billion, though most of it hidden away in Russian state entities. He's an intimidating guy, and seeing as he used to work for the KGB, I think he would be a perfect fit for Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. When you look closer, the similarities are striking. For instance, Snake has guns. Look at those guns. Snake kills people. Putin has people killed. Snake wouldn't like communism. Putin's worth 8% of Russia's GDP. Also, Snake's job isn't elected either. At this point, you might be thinking, damn, Michael, all this talk about billionaires has me thinking, geez, where am I at in life? And especially given that AI is going to take my job, how am I going to compete against billionaires like this? And to that, I'd say, we're all screwed. You got a good point. Starting off our real list, we have Kylie Jenner, the famous influencer. What else?